Hi, and welcome to my channel, Overcoming Gluttony. My name is Alicia, and I used to weigh 327 pounds, and I currently weigh 262 pounds. And on this channel, I vlog daily, plus every week I show you what I've meal prepped, as well as all of the food that I have in my household, and we also grow microgreens together. These are fenugreek seeds that we planted 3 days ago. The ones on the bottom are the ones that we soaked in. We soaked the seeds for 6 hours before planting them, and the ones on the top are seeds that we didn't soak. So now that it's been 3 days of them sitting in the dark to germinate, now we can put them in some sunlight tomorrow, and we can continue to water them twice a day. And hopefully in the next 4 to 5 days, we should be able to eat some nice leafy green organic fenugreek microgreens. So let's chit chat about perfecting our weaknesses. As Christians, we may be familiar with God exposing our weaknesses and helping us grow stronger and grow through them, and developing the areas where we are lacking or not mature. I feel that it's similarly, I feel that it is also important for us to do this when it comes to our health. I know that I don't talk about my weaknesses when it comes to my health enough. I believe a lot of us choose to run forward with a diet plan or with a plan to lose weight and get healthy without actually taking the time to stop and reflect on what are the areas that I struggle, and why do I struggle, and what am I going to do to improve this? But instead we choose some flashy program, buy new gym equipment, and end up not being successful, end up being unsuccessful. So here are some areas that I feel are common weaknesses for people that are struggling with their weight. Time management. We don't take the time to prepare ourselves healthy meals or go to the gym or do healthful things. Being ignorant about how to lose weight properly, and instead succumbing to weight loss / diet culture, which ends up not being successful. So our ignorance in beneficial methods of sustained weight loss success keeps us unhealthy. Low self-esteem, not valuing ourselves and saying, no, I'm going to take time to develop myself into a healthier human being. Many of us may not think that we're worth it. This is the area where I'm guilty. Lack of concern. This is where I'm guilty. Lack of concern. I personally didn't care about being overweight. I didn't care what the American Heart Association had to say. I didn't care what doctors had to say, for the most part. There were times when I did care. But for the most part, I had a lack of concern regarding my poor health. Denial. I know that it is common in my culture growing up as an African American. You can be 450 pounds and someone will tell you, girl, you ain't fat, you thick. You beautiful. You know, you ain't fat. Another thing that I've experienced, and I believe others have experienced, as in relation to denial, is family and friends don't mind you getting bigger and bigger and bigger, but when you start restricting yourself and eating healthier, oh, then they're all so concerned about what you're eating. But when you were 327 pounds, eating at a buffet, nobody had anything to say. And now as you're eating more vegetables and removing unhealthy elements from your life, everybody's also concerned. Another area where I feel that people who are overweight are weak is an inability to break cultural influences. So in a lot of cultures, food is very important, and you eat big, heavy meals over and over again, and it is a way that people show their love. But commonly, there are families that are overweight. Grandparents overweight, parents overweight, kids overweight, due to cultural influences. So those are just a few areas that I feel that people who are overweight may be lacking. I'd like to share with you my 3 areas for me. Not speaking about you, but this is just about me. I, like I said earlier, lacked concern about being overweight. It didn't bother me for most of my life. It didn't bother me. Another area where I'm weak is my ignorance to how bad obesity is. I'm not that aware about the harmful effects of obesity. Another area that I'm weak is denial. I think I look good, right? I consider myself attractive. But if I am honest with myself, there are certain things about me that are not very comely or not the best that I can do, let's just say. So if I were to acknowledge, like, okay, my large stomach, and when I was in my 20s, I said I would never dislike my body, so I'm not trying to, I want to make it clear that it's not that I dislike my body. It's just that there are areas that can use improvement, such as my stomach. No, I don't want a flat stomach. I think that fat in some areas is attractive, but I feel like I know that I have too much fat on my stomach and also on my thighs. I'm not aiming for thigh gap. That's not my ideal, or that's not my a beauty standard that I value. But I would like to lose more weight. I would like my thighs to be more toned. So with those 3 areas, I'm acknowledging my weakness, and I am working on perfecting those areas. I'm improving the knowledge that I have about obesity and its harmful effects. I intend to learn at least 41 facts about how obesity is harmful, at least 41 facts. So that will help improve the ignorance that I have. And then also, I'm not going to be in denial in regards to, how I look. I'm not just going to say, well, I feel attractive, so therefore, or not that I feel attractive, I am attractive, so therefore I don't need to worry about my weight because I'm attractive. And then, what was the other thing that I needed to work on? I got denial, ignorance, my lack of concern. So by doing the research about the harmful effects of obesity, that will also elevate my concern about my health and assist me in not selecting candy bars from the vending machine. So I would like you all to take some time to reflect on what are my weaknesses in regards to poor health. Why is it that I have poor health? Do I have a lack of concern about my health? Do I have poor time management? Is it my inability to break cultural influences, and so forth? And then I dare you to work on perfecting those weaknesses. I believe that doing so would be very beneficial. So I'd like to report in to you all today that I was successful with completing my 2023 goals of walking an hour before work, as well as having my breakfast consist of 60 ounces of water and 4 servings of raw vegetables. And I am completing my goals 97% of the time. So that's from January 1st, 2023 to February 22nd, 2023. And I'd like to read you all a poem that I wrote. It is titled, My Circumstances Might Seem Bad, but My God is Still Good. My circumstances might seem bad, but my God is still good. Don't get me wrong. I don't want to be misunderstood. My circumstances might seem bad, but my God is still good. Despite what you've heard and what your eyes see, my Savior, Jesus, has done wondrously. The earth is temporary. It is not my home to stay. Yet he put a lot of detail in what I take for granted each day. He tells me to be of good cheer and to keep my eyes on him. This I will do by faith. With the right attitude, I'll always win. Regardless of my circumstances, the situation is clear. God is in control, and in his heart, I'm dear. So don't become confused by my current state. The love of Jesus Christ is never up for debate. His goodness cannot be lessened, though our circumstances sway. God is always good, no matter what happens along the way. Thank you so much for your time. I'll see you all later tonight. Bye.